Hello, everyone. This is Erica with Aurora Heart Healing, and today I am performing a collective healing. I do not know what the collective healing is for specifically, but I just know that I've been called to do that. The first chart that I was called to pull out is a Will To chart from Dr. Bradley Nelson's Body Code. And I'm just going to start because I can feel a lot going on right now. Okay, the first energy that I am finding is a will to be alone. Okay, a will to be alone. Do we need the inner workbook right now? No, there is going to be something that we need to know about that will to be alone. But for now, I'm just going to find the emotions. And as you all know, I am doing everything in real time, finding the energies, the emotions that will help collectively anyone that's watching this video. So please bear with me while I search all of my tools. The first emotion that comes from the will to be alone is the emotion of bitterness. And I am going to read that emotion. A feeling that is hard to bear or is grievous, a bitter sorrow, a feeling causing pain, something experienced as a great loss, a bitter lesson, a feeling of resentment, being cynical, harsh, disagreeable, acrid taste. Do we need to know anything else about this bitterness? So a lot of the reason why people are wanting to be alone is their feelings of bitterness. Okay, there's more emotions. And just remember, try to connect to these emotions. The more that we connect to our own emotional trauma, what we feel, the more authentically we can show up because we understand ourselves. We're not telling a certain emotion, you're bad, you're wrong, I only accept you. We can be all encompassing and understand and accept all of ourselves, which includes feeling bitter as well sometimes. Failure. The next emotion is failure. Bitterness and failure are driving people's will to be alone. One who falls short of success or achievement in something expected, attempted, desired, or approved. Non-performance of something due, required, or expected. Deficiency can be a person who is insolvent or bankrupt. The well-adjusted person is better able to admit his faults than the poorly adjusted individual who is more apt to feel threatened by undesirable traits such as failure. The person then has to reject or distort such perceptions in order to maintain a favorable self-picture. I think that's definitely self-image. Some people think that it's easier to be alone than to suffer with the bitterness or failure. Is there more emotions? Yes. Hostility. Hostility is the next emotion driving people to want to be alone. To be opposed in feeling, action, or character. To be antagonistic, not friendly or hospitable. Anonymity, resistance. The origin of hostility usually lies in frustration and can result in aggressive action. Hostile feelings are just a are often a justifiable and normal reaction to a difficult situation, but sometimes they are a result of immature attitudes and unrealistic expectations. An immature person is easily upset and angered by minor delays, disappointments, discourtesy, or hostility in others, or sudden change in plans, being unflexible, not being able to understand that life happens. A mature individual is able to see molehills as molehills and not mountains. We often grow up feeling guilty about our hostility and try to deny it, or don't know how to cope with it. Hostile feelings may wear many masks, such as nagging, hypercriticism, a readiness to belittle and disparage, to hold grudges, or to be prejudiced. Hostility can indicate an underlying feeling of inferiority and or emotional immaturity. I can see how this is driving people to be alone or feel like they need to be alone. Is there any other emotions? Okay. The next thing, I am finding some messages from the Inner Work book by Matt and Ash, the yoga couple. If you guys ever have a chance, check them out on their TikTok videos. They are such an ideal couple. They show how to communicate with one another, and I think it can bring a sense of real true understanding of what ideal communication looks like, not just in relationships, but like romantic relationships, but all relationships. It's really beautiful. I have been quite obsessed with their information lately. Here, here, here. We're almost there. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna write this down. Inner work, page number 186. Okay. So the message that I'm supposed to be reading for everyone wanting to release the will to be alone, this paragraph, more than the paragraph? No. Okay, so just this paragraph right here. Thus, the final step out of pride is made through accountability and humility. It takes courage and humility to admit our fears, insecurities, and mistakes. And through the revealing process of self-honesty, we develop true power and respect. As we summon the courage to face our vulnerabilities, bitterness, failure, hostility, preferring to be alone than to take accountability, and have humility and understand and recognize the fact that everyone has their own mistakes or quirks or whatever. Lost my place, but we'll keep going. It takes true courage and humility to admit our fears, insecurities, and mistakes. And through the revealing process of self-honesty, we develop true power and respect. As we summon the courage to face our vulnerabilities, we move into the positive, liberating themes of consciousness that bring empowerment, participation, purpose, meaning, love, and happiness to our lives. What a beautiful contrast. When we embrace who we are. I just came back from lunch just a few ago, and I was watching a TikTok, and it was talking about, it was a gentleman, and he put all kinds of people in his workshop up onto the stage, and he said, this is how we are terrible parents to ourselves. And our emotions are like our children, and we are the parents. So he has like happiness and anxiety, and he puts them all into different spots on the stage. Boredom, sadness, all the things. And he said, look at this. So happiness, how are you? Oh my gosh, happiness, I'm so excited to see you. Boredom, get out of here. I don't want to talk to you. Leave me alone. Oh, anxiety. Ugh. Joy, come here, Joy. I really love seeing you, Joy. Can you imagine if we treated our children the way that we treat our emotions? What kind of world would we have? And I know that not everyone has the best upbringing, but why couple it with the way that we speak about ourselves or about our emotions? Because our emotions are so important. They help mold and create our reality. Because if I live and operate from a place of anxiety, I might not want to go out. Going to the hot springs by myself can cause me a lot of anxiety and fear if I operated from there. Frustration. If I operated from frustration, I have a really funny story. This was a few months back. I got a healing from another healer, and when I was driving back, I was so blissed out. I was just, nothing could ruin my day at all. And as I'm driving back, I'm hitting the entrance of my city, Carson City, and I didn't notice if I did anything wrong on the freeway. And I apologize to the gentleman if I cut him off or anything like that, because I truly did not see it. I was going exactly 65 miles an hour too. And out of nowhere, I just sense this anger and rage. And I'm like, what is that? So I start looking around, and I look over to the driver's side, out of the window, because I'm driving, and there's a man cussing and yelling and flipping me off with both hands, like, and I'm like, oh my gosh, we're going so fast, you're not even like holding the wheel right now. And I just looked at him and I was like, I'm sorry for whatever I did. And he's just screaming and yelling. His face is so red and hot. You could just see it. And then he speeds off going like 90 miles an hour. And in that moment, he could not make me feel upset. I just thought, I hope that I didn't cut him off. I didn't see that I cut anyone off. I didn't see that. But of course, I'm me, and I have to have other people sometimes point out different perspectives. But I thought, that man probably has so much pent up anger and rage and frustration that he has never unpacked inside of himself. And that's why when something happens, a perceived injury, he just flies off the handle. And you see it time and time again with people that drive, or people that are impatiently waiting at the grocery store, tapping their fingers and tapping their hands and tapping their feet and just being like, oh, this person's taking forever. And the way we treat our emotions, if we treat them like ugly stepchildren, what are we going to have? A bunch of little resentful feelings inside of us that are angry and hostile and say, people suck. But what if it's just the way that we treat ourselves that sucks? Who knows? If we were to be able to connect ourselves within ourselves to a deeper level by saying, today was rough. And I'll be the first to tell you, today, my day was rough. I felt sadness. I felt grief. I felt loss. I felt like I didn't belong. I felt insecure. The reason why I felt insecure is because I wonder, am I telling people too much on my channel? And part of me says, no, I am teaching others how to be open and honest with who they are and showing up authentically. And I had to sit with that insecurity and nurture it and talk to it and say, this is who you are. The right people will find who you are and they will say, I love you no matter what. And I'm proud of you for standing tall and talking about things that not everyone wants to or can or know how to, because their will to be alone keeps them bitter and thinking that if they say anything to anybody else, it's a failure, and they feel hostile. So I needed to speak to that insecurity and talk to it and love it. I needed to speak to the grief and tell it it's going to be okay. I'm here for you no matter what. I needed to speak to the sadness and hold her like a child, caressing his hair, her hair, and just saying, it's going to be okay. I understand. I get it. I feel like I'm supposed to give you guys one more message from the inner book. I'm supposed to, yes. So is it on this side? Is it in this side? Is it here? Here, 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 here. The new narrative. This is in the inner workbook, page number 207, new narrative. And like always, I'm going to put all of this information in the description so you have something to reflect on, look at, and grow from, heal, love, care, show up more authentically. The new narrative. I want to be the best version of myself. I want to positively impact the world. What I do matters. I have something unique to give. I have talents to share that were given specifically to me. I uplift others. This one is making me emotional. The more I give, the more I enjoy. My involvement benefits the world. I have a unique purpose. I am motivated. I am inspired. I am needed. I am driven. My future is positive and bright. I can do anything I set my mind to. I am a success. My life is a success. I am talented. I am capable. Anything is possible. I have no limits except the ones I place on myself. Wow, that was beautiful. Probably a lot of it for me, but I hope that this resonates with so many more of you because you matter. What you do matters. The way that you feel within yourself matters. And when you give in to that will to be alone, then you are taking away the ability for you to be present for someone that really values it. Even the people that you may not feel value it, they benefit from it. The people that have hurt you in the past, you left a mark on them too. And that is success. Who you are is beautiful, unique. You are talented. You are everything that you are supposed to be. Together, let's let go of that will to be alone, feeling hostility and bitterness and failure. Thank you to all the people that have taught me how to be more of an authentic person within me. Thank you for the times that I failed, that I got back up, and I was able to succeed in another way. Thank you for the jobs that I didn't really like anyway, that taught me who I wanted to be today. Thank you for that hostility that taught me there's just a little person inside that wants to heal. The deep letting go breath in through nose, out through your mouth. Go out and find your community. That is my challenge to you. Go to the hot springs like I did and make some new friends. Go sit at a restaurant, talk to the waitress or the waiter. Maybe you made them have a better day. Go and dance by yourself. Have fun, love, be the love that you seek in the world. Your impact matters. You matter. I adore you. I love you for who you are and what you have to offer. And just know, I may be talking about these energies and emotions. I experience them too. Me too. I'm not perfect. And through the insecurities, I'm still here. And I hope I'm making an impact on you too. So just know, me too. We're here together. Have a wonderful day.